Hello, I'm Agathis, I'm online, and we are playing a Sunless Sea. When we last left off, we were visiting the Iron and Misery Company funging station, and we'd helped our gnomish Gallivant find out where his target is going to be. So, we can take an encounter here. I'm quite tempted by this volunteer because we do need crew, and it's basically a free crewman for 1 echo. I'm very tempted by that indeed. Let's take that one to start with. One of the company's Bolagus fellas has negotiated an early release from her contract. It's the sproutlings, she tells you, her face pleading. I keep picking them out of me porridge, and me hair and me eyes. Take me away, I'm a good worker. You pay the release fee to the factor and your Zailer settles in. Ready to Zail now? We've gained a crew, that's all for now, and we lost an echo. That's great, that's all we wanted. One of the funging workers is watching your crew and watching the claddery air especially. What does he want? Well, that's free. And that's almost free. Good luck, 60%. Let's take this one. Whispered confidences. The tomb colonist draws you a little way from the claddery air. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to. He wheezes. Didn't work. Operations never completely effective. Need to know my daughters well. Happy. Finding enough patients. Getting enough to eat and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explained himself. I'm her father. Ordinary engineer. Not the sort of parent she would want. If you wish to tell the heir about the encounter, you can do so by speaking with her. I am now slightly more familiar with the claddery heir's father. Are we feeling lucky? I'm feeling lucky. The spores lie thick on your face, they coat your tongues. One crewman begins to whimper. Oh Christ, he says. They've reached my heart. I think I'll be harvest yet. Harvest yet. You have to drag him back to the ship before he'll be calm again. Unlucky, better luck next time. 5 terror. We're getting up there. 32. I don't think I'll do that again. Perhaps not. Alright, no shipyard, no shops. Move on. And our map is going to take us... Ooh. I think I'll try and get this little bit here. Moody's Light, and then whatever's up here, and then back round via the sister's place. More fog. Not good. What's got us? Something's got us locked. Something's got us locked. I don't know what. Turn the lights off. See if we can evade it. Could be something in the fog. I don't know. Highly suspicious. Let's go. Ooh, what on earth is that? That's big. That is big. I want to know how many hit points that thing's got. I'm not going to try and take it on. I'm just saying I want to know how many hit points it's got. 150. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance. Let's stop for a moment. Let's send out the Z-Bat. See if he can see anything. Don't come towards us. I'm out of here. Oh, there's the pirate that we saw earlier. We've used up all that nice fuel that we had. Seabat again. See if we can find us something. Anything? What's this? Something? Go on, let's have a look. More fog. Some sort of island. Pigmoat Island. That's what we saw. Saints Haven. Alright. Oh, this is the light thing again. Yeah, I'll take that challenge again. Succeeded. Gain a fragment. Yes, okay. On a lonely desert beach. There is no habitation in sight. No market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth, from which sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. See what awaits us. As you step onto the quay, you hear clamour, shouts, and shooting, you can see, off in the distance. Smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. The following is an extract from the popular diary of a Z captain, from London to Irem, and what we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island and subsequently serialised in the unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pigmoat Island, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. The figures were rodents. To my left was a Ratus Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate, reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. "Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second Chief Engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The cost to you is a choice." The rat stepped back. At precisely the same moment, with what appeared to be the ease of long habit, a guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. "Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, sentinel to our King Gracenor, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. The two remarkable rodents sat, squatted, both seeking my support. I knew I had to choose carefully. So, do we get to speak to them both? A rat and a guinea pig. That is weird. I can't even close this. I can't. Oh, wow. Okay. Chief Engineer or Sentinel? Okay. Well, the Chief Engineer spoke first, so let's hear him out. I asked the Chief Engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long measured moment before speaking gruffly. "We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London, its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the Rat Star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat." Ararat, really? Okay. The Chief Engineer nodded towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Kari saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? Okay, and the guinea pig says... The sentinel clears her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess' own, before speaking. Grace nor the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquering this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain. Save the rats that squeak behind mountain, unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall our glories be and their fall, when our lady's eye be restored to our hall. The sentinel composed herself, then added, We saw the truth and beauty by the like of our lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? So, we can't get out of this making some sort of decision. I am ready to make my choice. Chief Engineer, Sentinel, attempt to broker a peace. Well, yes, I should attempt to broker a peace. Surely their commonalities were more numerous than their differences. They're only 6 inches tall. How different can they be? Come on. Perhaps I could help them get along. The chief engineer and the sentinel shared a look, then regarded me with scornful amusement. Yes, you're obviously much cleverer than us. Oh, much. You clearly know us much better than we know ourselves. Apparently, idealism would not help here. So, I have to choose one of them. Chief engineer or sentinel? Well, just to be practical, I need supplies and fuel and guns and crew and stuff like that. So, I'm going to go with rats. A friend to rats. I extended a finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The sentinel hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance. You've made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. The chief engineer's voice changes every time he speaks, by the way. You've gained the fuel and the supplies and memoirs. A rat in the making. I chose to help the rats. Can I leave now? No. Oh wow, this is a loss. Okay. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats, perhaps only 50 rattus faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. It's a big island for 50 rats. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light, beaming out from a stump of chicken wood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and was almost too bright to look at. By its light, I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water. An albino rat mended nets, while others stabbed sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland was a barracks, where a sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats passed me in their work to look at me curiously. Welcome to Morinia? Welcome to Morinia, said the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanished into one of the mounds and left me to explore. I can visit the barracks, the rat star, the beach, and the War Council. Well, let's visit the barracks. The drill sergeant appeared to be sizing me up. With a few rats around her really all she had to launch an attack? I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chicken wood jerky to gnaw on. Is chicken wood wood? Or is it chicken? Right. Oh, they're mushrooms, right, so it's mushroom jerky. There's more of us below ground, she explained, but not enough. The caves are bigger and there are more of them. We're better with weapons, but we haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools and the fur on our backs. We can fish and we can nibble the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's only so few of us, and we can never hold on to territory gained for so long. But that's of no consequence. All we want to be is left in peace and build our republic. And the Rat Star. She added, thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Let's take a look at the Rat Star. An excitable-looking rat was peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes on what appeared to be real paper. It's not a star, of course, not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale, but just look at it, look! She offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough of one of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was scintillac, but unlike any I'd seen before. Blue as a sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its colour was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer chittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. Those of us who've been to the cavey side of the island and lived to tell of it says there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all round, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's centre, Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. The beach. Who ever heard of a rat mending a net? An albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy. Chicken wood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We came up with all sorts of things, blind fish, crabs, and sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle. But the fishing would never be so good without the Rat Star. He beamed. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. The bell of the War Council rang. I was summoned. The chief engineer emerged from the underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as weapons experts, strategists, and field commanders. So you're going to help us beat the cavies, he said, a hard edge to his voice, but how exactly? I had nothing to offer but my advice. The king took it in desperation, if not gratitude. I offered my strategic assistance. We engineered a distraction that the LBs could use to plunder the cavies' ship and turn the tide in their favour. A tough challenge. I determined to take the lead. I had a ship, I had cannons. We would steer her to the southern side and have at those uppity animals. Iron quality. That's obviously the choice. Iron, 85%. The bitterest of defeats! I gave clear orders. My navigation was impeccable, but it seems the cavies got wind of our intentions quickly enough that they were able to man the guns of their grounded pinnacle and gave us a bracing dollop of what for. Their ship was already sunk and its crew provided only tiny targets. It was an impossible battle. The shame of being defeated at sea by a brace of guinea boars was bad enough. Worse, however, was the members of the crew who complained that the triumphant weakening of the KVs now haunts their dreams. Failed the check. 5 terror. And we're back again. Can we leave yet? We still can't leave. Well, there's no point in us taking that. We might as well... Do we try this one again? Let's try this one again. And 5 more? We failed again? Okay, one more time. Come on. A palpable hit! Okay. The rats gave me what information they possessed about the KV settlement, but I still had to improvise a great deal on the spot. A perfect storm of speed, stealth and strength of arms favoured us. Our cannons let fly a volley of shot onto the beach before the KVs could scramble onto their grounded ship to man its guns. Screams and squeals filled the air. The enemy fled. A damp hush settled over my crew as the smoke cleared to reveal the torn, bloodied bodies of guinea pigs littering the shore. A grim business. But I had honoured my commitment to the rats and found a wealth of scintillac ringing the beach to harvest as spoils. Okay, we succeeded, thank goodness. Hail Morinia. Pigmote Isle Might. Quality is 5. Pigmote Isle Civilization is now 4. Pigmote Isle Spirit is 3. 3 scintillac. A bale of parabola linen. The house of KV had fallen. Morinia was triumphant. All that remained were our celebrations and the continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. And then we could invite one of the Ratius Faber to join us. Okay. Intercede on behalf of the KVs. They were crushed, defeated, and I could see their spirits broken without the light of the Rat Star to guide them. They needed an advocate. Or we return to sea. I feel slightly bad that we killed so many guinea pigs. Let's see if we can now broker a peace, shall we? A grudging concession. I appeal to the Chief Engineer's moral fortitude and sense of fair play. Perhaps the KVs suffered the loss of their light from the centre of the island. Perhaps they were only trying to get it back, not steal it from the rats. The Chief Engineer looked troubled at the thought. We only wanted to be left alone, he said. He looked onward towards the Sentinel, haphazardly bandaging among the rats' other prisoners. Perhaps further negotiation is possible. As I left, I saw the albino rat timidly offering a young KV prisoner a piece of fresh fish. Memoirs, a rat in the making, quality is now 3. We forged a peace between the rats. Pigmote Isle is now optimistic. Well, that feels good. That feels better. I feel better that we didn't just kill everybody. And can we invite one of them to join us? Yes. The Chief Engineer couldn't leave his colony, but he relayed my quest to his people. The albino rat I saw mending nets shyly stepped forwards. I'm good at fixing things, and I'd like to see more of the world. I now have an albino tinkerer, and I've lost whatever that is. And the sea bow beckons. The end. There. You finish your diary entry and the final dregs of the rat's surprisingly good wine. They line up to salute you as you leave the victory banquet, escorting you to your new ship, or to your ship, through the foundations of their new republic. We now have a port report. Hunger is gone. A new nation has been founded. Wow, what an adventure! Wow. So it's controlled by the rats with the Guinea pigs sort of okay, hopefully. Can we do anything, Hell? Shops? No shop. Shipyard? No shipyard. What could we do? Help Murinia resolve a dilemma. They need help. We need a story. We've got everything else. Okay. Request repairs. 145 echo. Okay. Steal the rat star. Nice. Okay, well let's perhaps not. Okay. Where do we go from here? I guess we should probably be going home soon. Maybe we could head for Vendor Bite. We've got... How much fuel have we got? We've got some fuel. We're okay for supplies. Terror's getting really up there. That's quite worrying. How are we? 47. 47? Wowzer. 47. I reckon I might head to Vendor Bite. If I head up to Vendor Bite, there's another island there. We can get this kind of on the way through later. Vendor Bite, and then for the Keeper's Isle to the Sisters. Okay, Vendor Bite it is. Off we go. Oh no! Oh no! No! I didn't want to do that. Oh, did I just use some supplies? I think I just used a supply on repairing something. Okay. I think I hit R by mistake. Okay. Off we go. Come on. Head to Vendor Bite. Wowzer. What's that? Is that a sea monster thing? It is! Can we kill that? If I'm really clever and subtle, can I kill it? Or is it just gonna kill me? It's gonna go for me, isn't it? Go on then. Go on. And go. Ooh, no. Go on. Keep it locked, keep it locked. Yes! Suffered 8 damage, but okay. What did we do last time? Last time we were really hungry, so we scooped it up. Let's let it disperse, and let's see. Port report of visage. Let it disperse. Oh, we're going to see story out of it. A face. From above, the Gillifleur's cap does look a little like a woman's face. She dissolves like smeared paint. Alright. And we've regained our little light on here, so we can have another encounter soon. There's something up here. Crab cake. Is that just a weird shaped island? Oh, that's that big thing again. Yeah, we're not going anywhere near that. Thanks very much. There's a light over here. I think we can sell a few things at the we'll sell some stuff at Vendor Bite because we need the cash. Ooh, another island. What's this? Is this Vendor Bite? Is this Vendor Bite or is this something else? Tanachuk? No. This is basically Vendor Bite, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. guess I was hoping for something real. This map sometimes seems strangely out of scale. Okay. Ooh, a bat swarm. Don't like that. Whew, okay, made it to Venderbite. Alright, I'm Agathis, I'm going offline, and when we come back we will continue our adventures. See you next time.